We are very happy with him. He's a great addition from the team. He's a midfielder with a lot of power to score, to be important also in set pieces. So I see him playing as an 8, as a 10, depending on the situation, but we want to give him a role where he's important in every moment of the game. I think he's a player that can come, help us in build-up, but also can help us in the last third and score some goals.
Do you think he'll slot into pretty much the tactics as they are right now, or are you going to have to make some changes to fit him in?
No, I think he fits perfectly on what we want to do right now. That was also one of the reasons that we were very excited to bring him, and we were looking for him. He will do very well.
How was the week off without a match on the weekend, and how did that help you sort of implement some of the ideas that you were trying to in the week leading up to the last match?
Well, I think it was a good week also for the players to have a mental break. We were able to have a friendly game during the week, try to work, try to implement some things, go back, check video, fix some things, and it has helped us to have a little bit more time. Of course, it has been little time so far, but the guys are doing an amazing job at training. They are really, really focused. They are putting a lot of focus also in the video, so that has been very helpful, the attitude of the players.
And for you, has that been helpful for you to kind of step in and ease into sort of the opportunity that you've been given here?
Yeah, it has been easy. I felt I have all the support of the club, of all the staff on the club, from the technical staff, but also from the media staff, from all the different persons at the club, and also from all the players. So it has been a really easy way to step down, thanks to them.
Diego, what are some of the biggest things that you feel like the team needs to fix kind of heading into this home stretch of this season?
Well, I don't feel like there is a big things that we need to fix. We need to keep growing. That will be what I consider. We need to keep growing. We need to, for sure, be better at scoring goals. That's something that we have been lacking, and that's something that we are working on it, how we can create more opportunities, how we can be more dangerous, and how we can score more goals. That will be, I think, the main focus that we have for these coming games.
How excited are you to be able to lead the team into the game this weekend as manager at the home stadium?
No, very excited, very excited. We have a wonderful fans. We have one of the best, if not the best, fans and supporters in the whole league. And always for us to come here at home and to have the opportunity to show what the team is in front of the fans is a very exciting moment. It's special for us. It's special after coming from 2 losses and a tie at home. So we really want to do well tomorrow. We really feel that we need to show the fans that we care about them, and we are ready to put our best performance tomorrow.
For you, it's now been a few weeks as the head coach. I mean, like, how is it, as it had sunk in for you, kind of the opportunity that you've been given, and just kind of how have you kind of grown over these last few weeks?
For me, it has been stepping out of the role and trying to do what I have done before, trying to do the things that I believe, trying to treat the players well, and trying to implement the concepts that I believe on soccer, and create the environment that I feel that I can give my best to the team, and that's what I have been doing and what I have been focused on.
Has it been like, does it feel different just kind of in terms of your responsibilities, or you just feel like it's kind of just a carryover of what you were doing before, but just in a slightly different way?
It's a completely different role. It's a different role, so the responsibilities are way different. So yes, in that sense, it feels different. In a good way, yes.
For the last game, obviously you said that Panos was unavailable for selection. Are you expecting him to be available for selection tomorrow?
Panos is still not available for selection tomorrow. It's an internal matter. It's discipline issues. And right now, I don't want the focus to be too much in that. It was something that all the staff, the club, and the teammates and players were brought in on the situation. And it was kind of consensus that was the best thing for the team. We right now, we are very focused on tomorrow's game. We are together as a team, we are together with the players, so the focus for us is in doing well tomorrow.
Obviously, there's been a lot going on off the field with this club, a lot of chatter given everything that's happened over the last few weeks. How have you kept the boys focused on the task at hand instead of focusing on that talk?
Well, first, I want to say for that talk, we felt like something was not fair. the club, the reality is, and every player feels the same way, the reality is that this club is providing the best environment in the USL for coaches and players to develop their profession. So when they're talking about food or about care with the IBs, it's something that the group doesn't see that way. I don't think that there is another club in the USL that is doing the IBs. The food that we provide to the players, I think, is a great quality, and it has not changed from last year. That's what they told me. So on that sense, the group is together, even more because of that, because we felt that we were kinda, it was information that we don't feel it was right from inside, and that's not how the group sees it and how the group sees the club. So that makes us more focused and more together, and the team is in one direction, and the locker room at this moment is, I think, more compact than ever.
Diego, when you go from assistant to head coach, do you have to change the way you talk to players? I mean, do you try to be the same way, or does it kind of change the way you interact with players?
It changes. It's a different role, the way you interact with players. I think as an assistant coach, you have different responsibilities, different ways to talk to players. You have a line that you need to follow from the head coaches always on the way that you want to interact with the group. And now is a different way. It's the way that I see it as a head coach, and it's not better or worse. It's just every coach is going to have a different way to talk to the players, to interact with the group, and it changed for me in that way.
Going back to Charlie, he talked about how it was a very quick process, the move from Tampa to here for him. Was it like that for the staff in the front office, or did you guys have a plan in place over the bye week to make that move happen?
Yeah, we were planning about it for a little bit, but for him, yes, it was very quick. I called him on Sunday, so for me it was a great time to call him because it was right after Spain beat England. So it was a fun call that I had with Charlie, and then he needed to come very, very quick. So for him it was a fast process. For us it was something that we were thinking about it already, and we had been talking about the possibility to bring him in.
And then outside of Panos, is there any general availability issues this week, or is fitness on the up?
No, apart from Panos, there is a couple of players that are recovering from injuries, so we don't know what is going to be the situation for tomorrow on them yet, but that will be it.
And a player like John, matchday squad, last time out, is he back and ready to go, available?
John is still not available for the game for tomorrow.
What's the sense of urgency like right now within the club? You feel like, I mean, knowing that it's been a rough stretch for you guys, and that you guys were able to make kind of a push last year in the postseason, like, is it just kind of taking it one game at a time, or do you feel like there's just kind of, we got to get this going right now and just rattle off some wins?
This is a club that historically is used to be on top of the league, that historically has done very well in USL. So when you are in a club like this, and the fans also, I think, request the same thing from us, there is always pressure. There is always pressure to go to the top. There is always pressure to be winning games. But we think that the best way to look at this is just focus on the next game. Focus one game at a time. Let's focus on winning tomorrow. After winning tomorrow, we go for the next game.
What have you been most pleased about with the team kind of since you transitioned into this head coach role?
The attitude. The attitude of the guys has been amazing during these 2 weeks. The competitive training, the togetherness, the focus and the availability, and the willingness to do more, to ask more to themselves, to ask more on the video sessions, to ask more on the training fields. So that's what I'm more happy about.
Obviously, you've been in this interim role now for about 3 weeks. Has there been any discussion with Bobby or with Brandon or anyone else at the club about what the future looks like from here?
No, from me it has been the same from the first day. Same thing that we said for the team, it has been from me. Focus is winning in the next game. Focus is I'm not thinking anything else than winning tomorrow. And that's how I see it. I didn't feel the need to have more conversations about it, because what we are focused, all of us, is on winning the next game and to make sure that we are moving up in the standings.
And on El Paso, then, you're in a rare spot where the first time you played him, it was very early in Wilmer's sort of tenure there, and now a couple more games under his belt there. Has there been any changes from the first time you guys played El Paso to what you think of them now?
There have been a couple of changes that they have been doing on the way they play, but I felt like in terms of style, they have not changed much. It's a Wilmer's team, very similar that what you can see in RGB, and I don't expect him to change much for tomorrow. I think Wilmer has the ideas clear on how he wants his teams to play, and this is what we expect to see tomorrow.
What were your takeaways from that first game? Obviously, baseball pitch, tough surface, late goal. What was the kind of general opinion on that game leading in, and how that can help you for the next one tomorrow?
Of course, we always check the opponents, and when you have played against the same opponent very near in time, you take a little bit more time on analyzing that and fixing the things that we think it went wrong. There are a couple of takeaways that we have from there. I'm not gonna tell Wilmer the tactics or what we wanted to adjust from that game, but for us coming at home right now, we wanted to make it feel different. That's what I would say.